Suppose we want to program a sound of wind chimes on our DX27. What elements would we be looking for and how would we go about it? Well, let's analyze the sound of wind chimes, shall we? First of all, we need that sort of wind sound because the chimes aren't going to sound unless there's some sort of wind blowing. And then secondly, we need some non-harmonic partials, because even though the chime length of the metal rods may be chosen to be melodious, we don't know the order in which they're going to clang together, and so there's going to be a certain amount of non-harmonic partials in the output. So we should be able to serve this quite quickly on our DX27 FM synthesizer. So the first thing we do is initialize our voice as in the last video, and then we select algorithm 5. Now as you can see there, algorithm 5 gives you 2 stacks. Each carrier has 1 modulator and the carriers are mixed at the bottom, so it will have 2 parts to the sound. So we're going to set up our frequency ratios here very carefully, so that we may have the proper type of modulation to produce those inharmonic partials. So in this particular case, we can set operator 1, we could leave it at 1, and we'll set operator 2 to 5.65. We'll set operator 3 to 5, and we'll set operator 4 to 12.72. So each carrier is an integer and the modulators are fractional. So now we need to get some output levels, so we press on the output levels, and we're going to set operator 1. We're going to set to operator 1 to 80 because we don't want it too loud. And we're going to set operator 2 to 67. Then we're also going to set operator 3 to about 80 and operator 4 to 71. Now we can listen to each half of our stack by turning off either operator 1 or operator 3. We turn off operator 3 first. Hope you can hear that. And then we will turn off operator 1 and listen to 3. Much higher noise. Okay, that's the 2 of them together. Now the next thing we need to look at is the release time. Wind chimes have a very long sort of thing as the wind blows. So we press on the release time, and we are going to set the release time on all operators to about 3, which will give us a long release time. So let's set it all to 3 and see what we get. Alright, so we have a long delay now on the release time. So let's see how that sounds. Okay, so that sort of gives the melodic sound of the chimes bouncing together. And you can play that to suit yourself, either in chords or whatever, depending on the length of the chime. Now, we need to add the wind noise. So to add the wind noise, we work on the LFO. So let's go now to the LFO wave. And let us turn the LFO wave to sample and hold. Whenever we're interested in getting a noise, we have to use the sample and hold wave. And we set the speed to something really fast. So let's set the speed to about 89. Then we have to set pulse modulator, pitch modulation depth. Where is that here? Number 6. Pitch modulation depth, we can set that to some high number as well. Let's set that to about 86. Well, let's leave it at 87. It really doesn't matter that much. Now, the setting that is really going to determine how it sounds as far as the wind is concerned is our pitch modulation sensitivity here, number 9. So we press the pitch modulation sensitivity and you're going to get a radically different sound between 4 and 7. 4 and 6 actually. With 4, the lowest setting, PMS as a 4, we'll still have a very melodious chime with a bit of wind sound. Now if we push it to 5, there we go. See what a difference now we have. Our chimes have become more noisy and less bell-like. And if we push it to 6, it's gone to complete noise. And if we push it to 7, it descends more into noise. So we can dial in the amount of noise that we want in any voice by using the sample and hold, adjusting the sensitivity to suit, to taste. I like the 4 the best of all, don't you? So you see how easy FM synthesis actually is. And I hope that you will continue watching as we bring you many more voices which you can prepare for yourself on your wonderful DX27. See you in the next video.